Chat Place YouTube channel, throughout social media. We'll get you out here well before the top of the hour. Give you guys enough time to get those bets in for the primetime games. That's what we do here in the drive-thru, Monday through Friday here at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. Is ever live free sports picks for the games beginning here at 7 p.m. Eastern Time and later. And to deliver those winners are professional handicappers over at Pick Dogs and Sports Chat Place. Let's take a peek at who's on the show today. Full roster today, full house. We got Jay Briggs with us, Tony Brown in Las Vegas, Wayne Scott, Shane Mickle, Damian, Sosh, Big Al McMordie, Millz Young, and Alex Smart. Here's the other lineup for this evening. We've got Smart, Sosh, McMordie, Mickle, Brown, Young, Briggs, Scott, and I will close this one out. All right, nice card tonight here from the NBA. A lot of hockey as well. College basketball in action. A lot of West Coast action tonight. WCC. We've got some WAC. We've got some Pac-12 on the airways for tonight. So let's go ahead. Let's get this show underway. Let's go ahead and welcome in Alex Smart. You'll find him over at Pick Dogs Premium. Been on a tear here in college basketball this season. Bring him in right now. Alex, what's happening?
Hey, Tony. How you doing? We're going to attack some NBA tonight. It's going to be a prop play. And it's from probably the most popular game on tonight's board. It's the Charlotte Hornets at Toronto Raptors. This is their second of back-to-back. It's a home-and-home series. And Toronto took the first one, 132-120. And, they're really giving up a lot of three-pointers. And they're just not playing great basketball defensively like we thought they would, because obviously they put some points on the board last time out, but that was against Charlotte once again. And this time around, I think we're going to see a similar kind of output. Don't know about the number exactly, whether, just looking at a regular totals proposition here, don't know about the number. The number seems pretty close to what I projected, so I stayed off of that. But it's interesting to note that the Raptors defending threes so far, of late anyway, lately they've allowed 13 three-pointers per game. That's over a 10-game span. And over that same span, a 39.2% conversion rate from beyond the arc, and that ranks 27th. These are not very good numbers. So once again, we look at a guy like Rozier, who can really deposit the ball from downtown. In his last 5 games, he's got a 39.6% tray conversion rate, 3.8 threes per game on average, takes shots at about 10 per game. And I think he's going to be lined up again, and he's going to just go downtown. This is going to be a back-and-forth affair once again, because obviously both teams don't know how to play defense, unfortunately. One team wants to play defense. The other one I don't think wants to play defense. And I'll let you guys figure out that for yourselves. But Terry Rozier, over 2.5 three-pointers made tonight.
All right, we got Alex here. Coming in here with the play will be on Terry Rozier, over 2.5 three-pointers made today. As you said, Toronto at home giving up over 48% shooting, which is just, into the scratch, right? Because Nick Nurse is that defensive style team. So I ask you this, what happened, you think, after that playoff series against Philly last year? Everyone's dark horse, they ever say, well, if there's going to be an upset, it would be Toronto. They've got the defense. Well, they tried the defense, and you saw what happened. They could not. They got run out there in that series against Philadelphia. So what do you do with your Nick Nurse? You've got players who like to play defense. It's an offensive league here. What's happening?
I'll tell you, I'm one of these guys, and a lot of Toronto Raptors fans don't like to hear this, but I'm of the opinion the Raptors just came together all at once over a short period of time, put it all together like on a long winning run, and won an NBA championship. Other than that, I really have seen nothing for them. Inconsistencies, all I've seen from them for the last couple of seasons. And, like I said, the big fan base in Toronto, they love this team, and all of Canada, it's our only team. So, but the truth of the matter is, and it's an ugly one, is this team just doesn't have it. And they have an injury problem on a consistent basis. And I think Nurse doesn't have obviously the personnel on the floor to be able to continue to replicate what he's done before, like you said, in an offensive league.
Yeah, offensively, this seems to be the issue. I think they're starting 5, although Van Fleet, you need looking for some shooters. They need some shooters on that team, and that's what's happening there. Trying to get it done with defense only, tough to do this time with this era in basketball in the NBA. Terry Rozier, over 2.5 three-pointers made. This one will have a start time, 7:40 Eastern Time, NBA League Pass. All right, Alex, let's take a look over at Pick Dogs Premium tonight's action. Of course, as we said, Alex doing great work here in college basketball. 822 units of profit. That is all documented over at Pick Dogs Premium. Got a nice card tonight here in college hoops, as we mentioned earlier, as well as NBA and a big card on the ice. What do you have going on over at Pick Dogs Premium?
Well, the NHL's been going pretty good. I've got an NHL selection tonight. College basketball overall this season has been good. I've had a little slump lately, but I'm going to come out of it. A lot of what they call break-even evenings, or down on a 5 card, and you're gonna lose juice constantly like that. And unfortunately, this kind of thing happens in the betting world, especially on my side of the counter. So we're gonna rock and roll. We're gonna get the money back, and we're gonna move forward here towards the madness. Join me from now to the end of the madness, and watch your ROIs go through the roof.
That's our return on investment with Alex Smart. Get on board there with Alex. Over at Pick Dogs Premium, 822 units of profit. That is all documented over on the site. That's College Hoops. Also showing profit here in NHL. And, of course, give him a victory lap with that college football mark. Nearly 1,600 units of profit there from Alex. So tonight over on the board, he does have a NBA sharp money line play up there. Late steam pick up there. Total it is. Total. So get on board there with Alex Smart over at Pick Dogs Premium. Also in action with college basketball. Totals NHL power play. Also individual play from that Utah UCLA game tonight. Interesting battle tonight out in Westwood as a Utes. It's a late night game, 10 Eastern time. Now, instead of buying all these plays individually, you can put them together and get that a week all sports pass. Get all of Alex's premium plays for a week. Includes all his plays from NBA, college basketball, NHL, and of course, don't forget the NFL. We got NFL games here on Saturday, Sunday, and that big one on Monday. So we got a lot going on here in the wild card weekend. So get on board here with Alex. Use that promo code PICK at checkout, and you'll save 15% off. Add a second capper with that 2-for-1 capper promotion. Even a greater value there. All right, Alex, it's always great having your show. We're seeing a lot of wild card action. And we added that extra playoff team. Maybe we'll add another one next week. Maybe there'll be no buys in the NFL playoffs.
Oh boy, yeah, we're talking about it. Yeah, we'll see. But I'll have a bunch of action up for everybody this weekend. So join me. Let's make some money. Everybody have a great weekend, and don't go too crazy with your tailgate parties or whatever else you go.
That's right. Don't go too crazy. All right, Alex, have a great weekend. We'll talk next week. Alex, we're talking in a couple weeks. We have off for a while. That's right.
Yeah, I'm going to be off for a week. Yeah, I'll see you guys the week after.
We got you. You got to have a good little vacation. Alex here on the drive-thru. Guys, reminder, we'll continue on the show. Let's go ahead and welcome in Damian Sosh. You'll find him over at Pick Dogs Premium. Doing great work up there. So I think we're ready to roll here with Damian. Let's see if we get him in right now. Damian Sosh, what's happening?
Hey, Tony, how's it going?
It's going great. All right, here we go tonight. NBA. This is a really good battle here. Nets here to host the Celtics. The Celtics here, 1.5 favorite on the back-to-back. Total 226.
Yeah, it's good Eastern Conference matchup here between the Celtics and the Nets. The Nets, they haven't played since they beat the Heat 102-101 on Sunday night. They're well rested. They've won 14 of 15, just 2 games behind the Celtics now. And they've done it with defense. Nets head coach Jacques Vaughn, he's really gotten this team to play defense. They rank 9th in defensive efficiency. They defend the perimeter well, and that always comes in handy when you're playing a team like the Celtics who really love to shoot the three-pointer. Unfortunately, for the Nets, the big news, they're going to be without 30-point-per-game scorer Kevin Durant. It's obviously a huge loss. Other than Kyrie Irving, I'm not really sure who the Nets can rely on for consistent offense. The good news, though, if there is any for the Nets in this game here, they're going to be taking on a tired Boston team. You mentioned this is going to be the second half of a back-to-back for Boston. They beat the Pelicans last night on their home floor. And it's also going to be the third game in 4 nights here for the Celtics. Now, the Celtics they rested Robert Williams and Marcus Smart last night, so they will be available for tonight. And both those guys, they really add to the Boston defense. Jaylen Brown, though, he's a game-time decision here for this one.
Let me update you right now. He's out.
Yes, he is out. Okay. All right, so I had it here in my notes. That's going to be a big blow to the Boston offense. I checked right before we got in the area. He's still a game-time decision. But, yeah, if he's out, that's definitely a blow to the Boston offense. Now, the Celtics, they have won 8 in a row against the Nets. They seem to have their number. But I really think the best value in this game is under the total. As I mentioned, it's a well-rested Nets team. They're going to be playing without one of their superstars. It's a tired Boston team. They played earlier this year. It was a 103-92 Boston victory. I'm not sure we see that low of a scoring game in this one, but I do like it to stay under the posted total.
Under the posted total, it has changed now to 224. is the number now.
Wow.
224.5. So it's going to be a little. I've even seen 223 in one of the very sharp books in Vegas. So shop to get the best numbers here. This late breaking news with Brown has made the difference here in this number. So shop, get the best number. You're probably going to get 224 right now if you do your shopping. And this one will have a start time here of 7:30 Eastern time. Game 1 of the doubleheader on TNT. And if you stay tuned on the next segment, we'll have game 2 of the doubleheader. All right, Damian, let's take a look over at Pick.com for the nice action. Of course, great results over the last 30 days. Of course, a great card from the NBA TNT doubleheader. 6-game card here on a Thursday. We don't see that many on a Thursday very often, but we do tonight. Huge card from the NHL. Lots of West Coast hoops tonight. Gonzaga, BYU headlining the card, as well as the Pac-12 teams as well. What do you have going over at Pick Dogs Premium?
Yeah, all basketball tonight for me. I've got 3 out there for sale. You can get them all together. My Hoops 3-pack for just $40. A couple extra plays on the docket if you have one of my long-term packages, and that's really the way to go, guys. Hook yourself up with one of these long-term plans, the 3, 7, 30-day plan. One of my favorite things, as I mentioned, is the 2-for-1 capper deal. Team me up with one of the great handicappers here on the website. And with NFL here, we mentioned Saturday, Sunday, Monday playoffs. I had a really good bowl run. I'm looking to turn that college ball postseason into the good NFL postseason. So hook yourself up with a long-term plan, and we'll cash in, guys.
That's right, guys. Get on board here with Damian Sosh over at Pick Dogs Premium. 373 units of profit last 3 days. That is all documented over on the site. Come off a great day yesterday. Of course, a 3-pack here from Damian. Get on board here with a Hoops 3-pack. Of course, these are credit guaranteed, meaning they must turn a profit or the amount you purchase is credit back in your account for side credits. That is credit guarantee. Also, Hoops total of the day here from Damian. A lot of these plays are sold individually. Of course, you can go longer term with Damian. He does have a 3, 7, or 30-day all sports pass. Get all of Damian's premium plays for that period of time you select. When you go to his handicapper page and you make that purchase, you can also save 15% off when you use that promo code PICK at checkout. Of course, add a second capper with that 2-for-1 capper promotion. Even greater value there. All right, Damian, as always, great having your show. Keep up the great work, and we'll talk with you again next week.
Thanks, Tony. Have a great weekend.
You got it, Damian Satch here on the drive through. Let's continue on with our coverage. We got a lot of people signing in. If you miss any pick, we will have a recap at the end of the show. Let's continue on. Time to welcome in Big Al McMordie. You'll find him over at Pick Dogs Premium. Had a great top unit producer here in 2022, 2021 as well. And let's bring him in right now, Big Al McMordie. He's going to take a look at Game 2 of our TNT doubleheader as we got the Mavericks taking on the Lakers tonight in one of the featured games here on the board tonight. Bring him in. Big Al, how you doing?
Doing great. How are you, Tony?
Doing awesome. All right, here we go tonight on TNT. Lakers here will be hosting the Mavericks. The Lakers will be dogs here. Mavericks favor 3, total 236.
Yeah, Dallas off that loss to the Clippers. That was their second straight loss, both straight up and against the spread. The good news for Dallas in this matchup, they're now 82-40 ATS on the road off a road loss. I like Dallas to bounce back just on that basis alone. You also take a look at how the Lakers have done recently. They did lose to Denver in their last game, but they pushed against the spread. That loss snapped their 5-game straight up and against the spread win streak. But overall, they're 5-0-1 ATS. The bad news for the Lakers is that here at home, in the regular season, if the Lakers were on a 4-game or better ATS win streak, they've gone 15-39 ATS over the years. So it's not a good situation for LA. We'll take Dallas minus the points.
All right, Big L will say Dallas minus the points here against the Lakers. If you're Dallas, you might want to push the tempo a little bit because LeBron James is on the injury report. Is probably Big Al here with that ankle soreness issue.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's going to play. Otherwise, the line wouldn't be sitting where it is. Dallas is always going to look to push the pace. So, should be a good game, but should be a blowout win for the Mavericks.
There you go from Big Al here. Blowout win here, Mavericks. Mavericks laying 3 against the Lakers. This one to have a start time here of 10 Eastern time. This is your doubleheader game over on TNT. All right, Big Al, let's take a look over at Pick Dogs Premium for tonight's action. Of course, a great NFL season. We're heading into the NFL playoffs here on Saturday. Great 3-day weekend, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. I'm talking NFL weekend as well into the next week. But anyway, Big Al, we got a good card from the NBA tonight. 6 games, a huge NHL card. A lot of West Coast action in college hoops. What do you have going on over at Pick Dogs Premium?
Yeah, I've got a lot going on tonight. I've got a 3-game NHL package for those who enjoy the pucks. I've also got 1 play in the NBA. I've got 4 plays on the NCAA basketball hardwood. I've also already posted 2 NFL totals selections for Saturday and Sunday action, including my NFL wildcard total of the year. So a lot of good stuff. We wrapped up our 11th straight winning year in the NFL. Of course, we still have, 13 games to go. So depending on how those 13 games go, but it still should be a winning year. I'm pretty far ahead at this point. So it's been, a really nice NFL season. So don't miss my NFL plays on the weekend.
That's right. Again, I'm board with Big Al over at Pick Dogs. Great results here. NFL tonight on the board, as Big Al was talking about, hoops 3-pack, go 3-0 tonight. Get on board there with his plays. Also is already ready to roll here with the wild card total of the year. NFL plays up already here from Big Al. Also elite information from the NBA. But instead of buying all these, also the 3-pack from the NHL, but instead of buying these plays individually, why not go with the 1-month all sports pass here from Big Al? Get all of Big Al's premium plays here for a month. Includes all his NBA, all his college basketball, NHL, and remainder of the NFL playoffs, right? You want to get that playoff pack. Big Al's put up some solid numbers here in the NFL. What's it like, Big Al, your NFL records over the several decades you've been in this industry?
Oh, I don't know. I just know we've won the last 11 years in a row. This will be my, I think, 23rd out of the last 31 winning football seasons, NFL and college combined. But don't ask me the exact record.
Right, right. It's been good over the course of his career here in sports handicap, and so that NFL playoff actually just get the 1-month pass that covers the remainder of the playoffs. So there you go. And of course, use that promo code PICK at checkout. You'll save 15% off. And of course, then when you get that 1-month all sports, not just the entire NFL playoffs, you get college basketball, the NBA, as well as NHL here for that 1 month. All right, Big Al, as always, great help.
And also, don't miss the show that Jay and Mitch and I did. We did the NFL playoff show that's on archive over on the YouTube channel. So folks should check that out as well.
Yeah, check it out, the NFL show Wildcard Weekend with Mitch and Jay, and of course Big Al there. Put up some great winners this year. Now you calculated those records, right?
Yeah, no, I mean those. I think it was 156 and 105, if memory serves me correctly, with 6 pushes. It was, I think, like 50 games over 500. So it was, really. Or no, actually, 165 and 114. I forget. It was good. Whatever.
It was a great record. Great record for Big Al. As they did the show here for the entire NFL regular season and into the playoffs. So check it out, archived on the Pick Dogs YouTube channel. So make sure you check it out with Big Al, Mitch, and Jay. All right, Big Al, as always, great having you on the show. Keep up the great work, and we'll talk with you again next week.
Okay, thanks, Tony. Talk to you on Wednesday.
You got it. Big Al McMordie here on the drive through. Guys, reminder, if you miss any picks, we're going to recap at the end of the show. Stay tuned for that. Let's continue on here on the drive through. Up next is Shane Mickle. Boy, Shane is doing great work over here over at Pick Dogs. Hope you caught some of his plays. He's been on fire. Bring him in right now. Shane, what's happening?
How's it going tonight, Tony?
It's going great. Here we go tonight. ESPN2. We talked about the West Coast basketball. Pac-12 coverage here as Oregon State here host Arizona. Boy, Arizona here laying 15.5, total 144.
Yeah, I'm kind of feeling we're back in the Sean Miller era of Arizona basketball, because it seemed whenever they were about to get that number 1 ranking, they would go out against a nobody and lay an egg. And that's exactly what's happened to this team the last 3 games. You know, they looked like they were going to take that number 1 ranking, and then they went and lost 2 games in a row. And the big reason with this team, they've lost 1 game in a row. But the game before that against Washington, they only won by 3 points. A game they should have won by a lot more. And the big change with this team has been their offense. You know, they've still been playing the same pace. They've been getting up and down the court. They're actually shooting more shots now than they were in the beginning of the season. But they're struggling. Their last game, they only shot 31% from the field. And I think they continue to have those struggles here against this Oregon State team. You know, now this Oregon State defense isn't exactly elite, but it's good enough. You know, this last game, they only gave up 62 points to Colorado. And the big knack on this Arizona team all year has been their defense. You know, the last game they lost to Washington State 74-61. I don't think there's any reason that this Oregon State team won't score 65 points in this game, and I think that's enough to get the cover. You know, the only way that Arizona covers this game is if they get up, 85, 90 points, and just with the way their offense has gone as of late, I don't see it happening. It might not be a very popular play, but I think Oregon State covers this number.
All right, we got that Shane here in Oregon State plus the 15.5 here against Arizona. Yeah, I agree with you on this one. You know, I'm looking now at conference numbers. I'm kind of throwing away all those overall numbers, but you look at conference. This really caught my attention. In conference play, Arizona's hitting only 21% from three.
Yeah, it's a little different when you're not playing those teams that are tired from running the entire game, and then they're hitting those wide open threes in the second half. You know, Pac-12 defense might not be it might not be known as a conference of defense, but you know, it's definitely better than, you know, playing Morgan State and whoever Arizona played earlier in the season.
Yeah, and there's something I've noticed for most teams, the Pac-12 three-point shooting has been an issue, but not for this Oregon State team. There's a huge discrepancy in the way they're shooting threes in conference between Oregon State and Arizona.
Yeah, definitely, and that's the way they're gonna keep them in this game. This Oregon State team, if you look at their last three games, last game their offense wasn't good, and that might scare some people off. But, you know, 3 games ago they lost to Oregon by 11. Last game 2 games ago they struggled a little more against Utah, only scoring 60 points. But Utah's defense is better. I think they're going to have a chance to exploit this Arizona defense, and they're probably not winning. I wouldn't be throwing sprinkle. This isn't a game where I'd be like sprinkle something on the money line, because I don't think that happens. But I think they keep it within 10 with the 3-point shooting. Even if it's a backdoor cover late in the game when the reserves are in, I think they get it done.
All right, we got Shane here, Oregon State plus 15.5 against Arizona. This one to have a start time here of 11 Eastern time. Hey, big focus here. ESPN2 will televise this one. All right, Shane, let's take a go over at Pick Dogs Print for tonight's action. Of course, great results in the NHL. 1,298 units of profit in the NHL. Shane also showing great profit here in college basketball. And, of course, over the year, it's been fantastic work here in all sports combined. Near 1,000 units for 2023. Last 30 days showing profit. Last 7 days, 720 units. Coming off a monster day yesterday. We got a lot on the board tonight, from hockey to NBA and college basketball. What do you have going on over at Pick Dogs Premium?
Yeah, I have a couple different packages up there, but my biggest one is my NHL play of the month. You know, I've kind of have a system where I do 0 or 1 NHL plays a day. It's worked. I've hit 6 of my last 7 NHL plays, and I have my best play of the month up there for $29.99. Or I have my sampler 3-pack, which includes that NHL play, and then my top college basketball and my top NBA play for $39.99. But there's no better time than right now to hop on long term. I've got off to a fast start to this year, and I plan on continuing that. So hop on, you know, the 7 or 30-day pass, and let's win long term together.
That's right, guys. Got on board here with Shane Mickle over at Pick Dogs. From you see the results here: 1,298 units of profit in the NHL, showing great profit college hoops this season. Great in the NFL as well. And, of course, we wrote down the numbers here over the year, here near 1,000 units on all sports combined. Get on board here with Shane right now. He's got a sampler pack, a 3-pack. He takes pretty much his best top plays here from college basketball, NHL, NBA, puts it together in a 3-pack. $39 here, credit guarantee on the site. Right, must turn a profit or the amount we purchase is credit back into your account. For site credits, that is credit guarantee. Also sold individually. But if you like just college hoops, he has put together a college basketball 3-pack up there, so you can get on board with that as well. But again, the way Shane's running, you may consider that 1 month all sports pass from Shane. Get all of Shane Mickle's premium plays for a month. That's all his college hoops, his NHL, his NBA, and of course the entire NFL playoffs, right? You got that for 1 month with that 1 month all sports pass. Use the promo code PICK at checkout. You'll save 15% off. And, of course, you could also add a second capper with that, too, for 1 capper promotion, even greater value there. This is great value for the entire NFL playoffs there, because then you get all the sports chain handicaps as well. Fantastic value there. All right, Shane, as always, great having your show. Continue that success. Now, I know you produce a lot of written content over on the site, so let everybody know what's happening. Know UFC's coming up again this weekend.
Yeah, we got a big UFC card that'll be going up tonight on sports. That's on Pick Dogs, and then also all the English Premier League for the entire weekend will be going up tonight on Sports Chat Place. So yeah, make sure to check out all that, and then of course I cover basically every other sport on Pick Dogs. So make sure if you're not checking out the paid content, there's plenty of free content for everyone, and let's get a Vikings win this weekend over the Giants.
There you go. Shane from Minnesota. That's the team he's got rolling here. So we'll check it out. All right, Shane, have a great weekend. We'll talk again next week.
Sounds good. Have a good weekend, everyone.
You got it. Shane Mickle here on the drive, so we'll continue our coverage. Guys, reminder, if you missed any picks, we'll recap here at the end of the show, so make sure you stay tuned for that. As we mentioned here earlier on the show, Jaylen Brown out here for Boston as some of the injuries are starting to pop up. We know Giannis out of this one tonight, and we can now we can now go ahead and give you the Miami injuries. We can now confirm that Hero is out. So out for Miami, Dedmon, Hero, Jovic, Lowry, Martin, Robinson, Yurtseven. So there you go. Out there for Miami. Out for the Bucks, Allen, Giannis, Ibaka, and Ingles. So there you go with your updates here. No change in the Sixers Thunder. Looks like the Sixers will have a clean injury report going into their game tonight against Oklahoma City. And of course, as we said earlier, Brown out for Boston. You can also add Horford to that injury list. So no Brown, Gallinari, Horford, Durant is out, as you know, for Brooklyn. Let's continue here on the drive-thru. Up next will be Tony Brown. We're going to Las Vegas, Nevada. We'll bring in Tony Brown if I'm over at Pick Dogs Premium. So let's go ahead and get into Tony Brown right now. This is great work here over at Pick Dogs. He knows his hockey, and he's got a hockey play for us tonight. Tony Brown, what's happening?
Tony T, what's going on?
It's going great. All right, here we go tonight, 7 Eastern time. Boston Bruins here facing that Kraken. The Bruins favored by minus 235, total of 6.
Yeah, the Bruins are the best team in hockey. It's no doubt about it. They have one of the best records. Basically, it's because of their defense. They're the only team in the NHL that hasn't given up 100 goals yet. I think they're at like 86 or 90 goals against on the season. Like, that's outstanding, especially in this era of hockey where 6-7 goals is the norm. And, they're on fire. They're 8-0-2. You know what I mean? That means they only lost twice in regulation in the last 10 games. They haven't lost in regulation. There were 2 overtime games. They've won 4 in a row. It's like really nothing I can say bad about the Bruins. But here's the thing. All good things must come to an end. Nobody's going to win forever. They have 8 losses on the season, and this is a spot right here where I believe they'll get their 9th. First of all, they're taking on a Kraken team that's the hottest team in the league. The Bruins may be the best team in the league, but the hottest team in the league right now is Seattle. They're on fire. They won 6 in a row. You know what I mean? And you know how I feel about that. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. But besides that, they're playing the best hockey in their shorts. You know what I mean? They were an expansion team just a year ago. They're playing some of the best hockey they're playing, so they're going to bring a lot of momentum into this, a big winning streak. I think it's a real shot they went out right. There's no way I would lay 230 against a team that's on a 6-game winning streak. I think they can win outright, but I'm going to take the points just for insurance. You know what I mean? Just in case they get sniped in overtime by 1 or something like that. Get in plus 1.5, and it's only minus 130. That's too good to pass up, so we won't.
All right, Tony Brown says the puck line, Kraken plus 1.5 goals, minus 120 here against the Bruins. Yeah, this Seattle team has put up some impressive numbers, especially on this road trip. We are now into what this is a long road trip. As you know, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Game 6 of a 7-game road trip. And, man, they've put together a 6. That's pretty impressive going on the road here.
Yeah, I mean, that's just impressive anytime. I didn't want to mention it on the road. That's the cherry on the cake. These have all come away from home. You know what I mean? But those home and road splits, I've been to a lot of nights home games. I don't think they give less effort or give more effort when they come play in front. You know what I mean? Like, they're pro players. So 6 on the road, 6 at home, it really doesn't matter. But this game is a road game, and when you can take off the home ice advantage, that does play a big part in it.
Yeah, and of course, in hockey, you got the glass boards. It's not the same like NBA where the fans are really up and close and there's no sound barrier around you, right? That makes a difference. Also, the one benefit the home team does have is that last line change.
Right. I mean, and then again, unless you're like a true hockey fan, those are like minute things.
That probably matters more in the playoffs. That probably matters more in the playoffs when you're really under the microscope against teams.
Right. Like I said, it's not like having the last at bat in a home game in baseball where you could really, you know what I mean? Like, just minute, small stuff like that. And when a team that you're playing 6-0 on the road, again, home ice advantage is out the window. It's like, you know what I mean? They're just too hot right now. I think they steal this one, but don't ever want to be too greedy. If we can get 1.5 at only minus 130, let's do it.
All right, you got it. Tony Brown here. Kraken puck line plus 1.5 goals. They can lose by 1. You take the money. Minus 120 against the Bruins. This one starts top of the hour. All right, Tony Brown, let's take a look over at Pick Dogs Premium for tonight's action. Of course, we do have a big card here from the NHL. Good results in the NHL here from Tony Brown, all document over at Pick Dogs Premium. So we got the big card here from the NHL, 6 from the NBA. Lots of college hoops action, Pac-12 in action. We've got WCC, some WAC as well. What do you have going over at Pick Dogs Premium?
Yeah, it was a big night tonight, and I liked a lot of games. So, that means more money for the clients. When I like them, I'll put them up. And so we have 3 plays in the NBA that I absolutely love, 3 plays in college basketball that I absolutely love. And 3 plays in the NHL that I love, and 1 play in college basketball. 3 in hockey, 3 in the pros, and 1 college basketball pick. That's my top pick on the board. The most money we're betting on any game is in that one, but we got 3 big NBA, 3 college, 3 hockey, and 1 college basketball pick. You can get them individually or you can get them in a bundle.
That's right, guys. Get on board here with Tony Brown over at Pick Dogs from 275 units of profit in the NHL. He's got his feature play tonight from college basketball. That's at $15. Credit guarantee. Must turn a profit, and the amount you purchase is credit back in your account for site credits. That is credit guarantee. Also in here with a three-way play here, a 3-pack here from the NHL here from Tony Brown, as he mentioned, NBA Jam session as well. Of course, Tony Brown with the long-term pass, the 3, 7, or 30 All Sports pass. You get all of Tony Brown's premium plays for that period of time you select. When you go to his Handicapper page and make that purchase, use the promo code PICK at checkout. You'll save 15% off. Of course, Tony Brown, you're in it in Vegas. You're in it all every day. That you have a 1-year VIP All Sports pass at great value right now.
Yeah, the VIP Sports Pass, if you get it now, that literally takes you to January of 2024. And so that everything, every single sport I release from here, from that one.
All right, guys, get up. Got a little signal there. We got Tony Brown here, so get on board with Tony Brown over at Pick Dogs Premium. That 1-year pass is a way to go with Tony. Very affordably priced here. Use that promo code PICK at checkout. You'll knock off 15% off, which is about $195 off the retail price. So get on board right now and get winning with Tony Brown. All right, Tony Brown, as always, great having your show. Keep up the great work, and we'll talk with you again next week. And what's up with who will be the Raider quarterback next year out there in Vegas?
Tom Brady.
There you go, Tom Brady. Everyone's on Tom Brady. All right.
I don't know, Tony. That'll be great, though. If we can get Tom Brady or Aaron Rodgers out here with the team we got and the Super Bowls here, see you at the game.
There you go. He's got ready. He's got his season tickets ready to roll. All right, we'll talk to you next week. Get him before they raise the price and they get Tom Brady.
Man, and it's sad because that's why I ended up missing out on Ruffalo. Chris Ruffalo was out here, and it was the last game in the Chiefs game, and I was there, and we didn't even get to link up. So shout out to Ruffalo, man. I'm going to link up with you next time for sure.
Yeah, next trip to Vegas and hook up with Tony Brown. Try to go when it's not football season. You'll catch up to him. All right. All right, Tony Brown here on the drive-through. All right, let's continue our coverage, guys. If you miss a pick, we'll recap at the end of the show. All right, let's continue on. Now it's time to welcome in Millz Young from over at Pick Dogs. Boy, he's been on fire. We know the numbers he put up in UFC has been fantastic. But, man, you take a look at all the other sports. Awesome. Great season this year in the NBA. Let's bring him in right now. Millz, what's happening?
What's going on, Tony?
All right, man. So you're getting that equipment ready. Got the UFC coming back in. Got a brand new mic. And I don't know, there was some rumblings about a video series in the show. So we'll talk about that a little later. But tonight, Millz, we go to the NBA here as the Raptors host the Hornets here. Toronto here laying 8. Total sits 231. You'll be looking at this one a little differently.
Yeah, man, it's gonna be a funny game right here. Like Alex was talking about. Both these teams just played. Like literally the other day. The over's pretty high. It's at 230. Both these teams usually tend to score a lot like that. If you like that way, it might go that way. But I don't know, man. To me, I don't think it's gonna hit the over. But one thing I do know, this one kid, LaMelo, the last name Ball. He does what his last name does. He balls, man. It's 4 new faces, if you ask me, that's going to be taking over the NBA. Luka, LaMelo, Ja, and Jason Tatum. So, it's one of those things. I'm taking him over 8.5 assists. He put up 14 assists last time he played the Raptors. He's averaging 8.6 assists this year. Last year, he averaged 7.3. The year before that, as a rookie, 6.7. He's upping it by, 1.7%, every year. Don't correct me on the math if I'm wrong. But it's just one of those things, man. You got some shooters over there that definitely want to get their hands on the ball and let them know, hey, I'm in a contract year. PJ Washington, he's trying to put up points whenever he gets the ball. He's in a contract year. You got Rozier over there acting like he's gonna get traded any minute. So he's always trying to put up the ball. You got Alex on him. I think he was on him over 2.5 threes. So that goes right coincide with my 8.5 assists. It's one of those things. LaMelo Ball, he's going to get it today.
All right, we got Millz here, LaMelo Ball, over 8.5 assists in this one. And, of course, Ball, when you look at his numbers, have been outstanding here. He's hit that number here, Millz, in 5 of his past 7, coming off 14 assists in game 1 of this series. And, they're facing a Toronto team whose issue has been at home defenses. You would think a Nick Nurse team would be playing better than this, but at home this year, they give up over 48% shooting.
I mean, it's one of those things. Every player's name is in the mention of trade bait. Siakam's name was in there all year last year. Now you got Ojanobi's name in there. Van Fleet wants a new contract. He's playing on a low contract. I actually think Van Fleet would be a nice key with the team that just needs like a offensive shooter, and stuff like that. So I mean, every player over there is playing like, hey, am I gonna be here? Gary Trent, check this out, Tony. They had a prop on Bovada at the time to where if Gary Trent was going to be traded, it was like plus 400 to this team, plus 400 to this team, plus 200 if he stays in Toronto. So, I mean, when you're seeing stuff like that pop up, of course, your main priority is not going to be defense. And to me, I think ever since COVID happened, I think a lot of players just, threw away defense. So they're like, hey, man, I don't even want to touch you no more. So, you don't got to worry about defense being played no more. That's why you see these inflated overs. It used to be back in the day, a high total was 230 points, and that's like the high teams like Atlanta Hawks and Milwaukee Bucks playing. Nowadays it's at 230 on a minimum, and it's going up to like 242. And they're hitting it too. So, no more 217s and stuff like that. If you see that nowadays, you might as well snipe it and look at that. But, yeah, it's one of those things. No defense being played by neither of these teams. And LaMelo Ball don't play defense either, so.
Yeah, we're seeing it now here where the starting lineups are getting younger and younger over time. No one over 30 now in many of these starting lineups. And, of course, these high school ballers can't blame them for taking the money. But again, I think what really helps you in college is getting taught defense, getting taught more team defense. Because let's face it, these superstars in high school, they're just dominate the opponents. Now it's kind of it's a big change now that you're facing NBA talent from high school.
Yeah, and a lot of them are already developed. It's like LeBron when he came into the league. He was the size of a power forward already, a grown man who hit the weight room for like 4 years and trained. So you got a lot of those high school players coming in like that. That makes it a lot easier for them to get acclimated to the NBA. That's what I say, man. To me, I think like LaMelo Ball is just like Luka. I think once he gets a little bit more size, more muscle on him, he's going to be dangerous, man. Same with Tatum. Tatum put on a little bit more muscle over the years and stuff like that. You see him playing bully ball now. So I think these are just the generational talents, man. Luka, Ja Morant, LaMelo Ball, and Jason Tatum. Those are the 4 names right there that's going to be running the NBA for the next 10 years.
And I think Kobe really set the bar there for as far as weight training. If you saw his regimen between games, you thought, well, this is the offseason. No, this is not the offseason. This is during the season hitting the weight room.
Yeah, I remember. I remember when Kobe came out. He was a little scrawny kid. You know what I mean? Airborne 3-pointers and stuff like that with the big afro, playing on Moesha and stuff like that, dating Brandy, going to a prom. But yeah, he came a long way from there. He stepped it up big time. Especially put on that muscle. You start seeing some little size on his arms. The only guy that didn't need the muscle, but he was strong on a different mentality, was Jordan. MJ never really bulked up. He was always just so cut, to where it's just, a different type of strength. But, yeah, yeah.
You got it. All right, we got Millz and LaMelo Ball here, over 8.5 assists. This one will have a start time here of 7:40 Eastern time. All right, Millz, let's take a look over at Pick Dog. He's showing us Jaguars. The Jaguars are going to be in action in the NFL here, playoffs here coming up against the Chargers. It'll be a must-watch event here. But we'll take a look tonight over at Pick Dog. We see the numbers here from Millz. We know the numbers are great in UFC, but we got to highlight the NBA, man. 1,282 units of profit in the NBA. That is all documented over at Pick Dog. We know Millz had a fantastic 2022 here in UFC. He's ready to put those numbers up as we have a UFC headed into a UFC weekend as well. Lots of NBA tonight, some college hoops, as well as the ice. What do you have going on over at Pick Dogs Premium?
Yeah, man. NBA, I try to take it like a free throw. You know what I mean? Like, ease into it, aim, bend your knees, and take the shot. I'm not one of those guys loading up on the threes, making it harder than it is for people to score. Oh, man. My bad about that. But, yeah. So, go ahead and get my 2 NBA plays up there today. Definitely they're both going to get you paid. Been on a hot roll in the NBA. Like I said, I'm just trying to make winners, not trying to make lucky shots out there. Besides that, man, I already got 2 UFC bets up on my board for this Saturday. One underdog up there, my UFC takedown, takeout. Then I got my UFC main event up there too. I'm gonna have 2 more bets up on there. So it's Thursday. Your best value 3-day pass. You get all my picks for today. That's already gonna be included, and then you get my NFL picks. Then you get my college picks. Then you get all 4 of my UFC bets. It's the time to get the package.
That's right. Get on board here with Millz Young over at Pick Dogs. Great results in the NBA. 1,282 units of profit in the NBA. Also coming off a fantastic 2022 with MMA. Premiums well over near 2,000 units of profit there in MMA for 2022. So get on board tonight over on the site of Best Bet from the NBA for Millz, $15. So must turn a profit, and the amount you purchase is credit back in your account for site credits. That is credit guarantee. NBA individual play, UFC takedown, takeout right now also plays from UFC. As Millz was talking about, that 3-day all sports pass is your best value there over at Pick Dogs Premium. Get all of Millz's premium plays here for 3 days. You got your NBA here for Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Also the NFL here for Saturday's action as well. In action with UFC. So lots happening here. College basketball, we got action here coming up here Friday and Saturday, the 3 days as well. Get that 3-day all sports pass. Use the promo code PICK at checkout. You'll save 15% off. You can also add a second capper with that 2-for-1 capper promotion. Even greater value there. All right, Millz, it's always great having your show. So keep us up to date on what's happening. We got UFC card. I know you and let's talk about you and Brad continue that video series with the show. Also, you with a standalone video series with UFC. There's talk about TikTok. What's happening with Millz Young and Pick Dogs?
Yeah, man. So I'm going to be taking over the Pick Dogs TikTok account, putting out all our betting tools, best bets out there. Just need to get the password from Mitchy Bets. Besides that, going to be doing a rundown series of our best picks. It's going to be like a 5-minute video series. I'm going to be doing that on the pay-per-view event for the one coming out next week. But this week for the card, we're going to do it this last time for you guys this Saturday right after the morning show, just to give you guys this last little, taste right before, because we wasn't able to work it out on the weekday before prior. So we will be live Saturday morning right after the morning show to go over the whole UFC card for you guys, best plays and picks. Then after that, check us out on TikTok, man. We're going to be going over all the betting tools, best bets.
Very good. Get on board with Millz Young over at Pick Dogs Premium and check it out this weekend with that UFC show. And, of course, the video series coming up from Millz, so make sure you subscribe. So when Millz drops those UFC videos, you're there to get them. Get them fast before those numbers move. You better subscribe to get that, to make that happen, as well as you can check them out on the Pick Dogs TikTok coming to you shortly. All right, Millz, have yourself a great night, great weekend, and we'll talk with you again next week.
All right, man. See you guys soon. Appreciate everybody in the chat, man. Let's go ahead and get this cash.
Let's get this cash. You got it there from Millz. All right, let's continue here on the drive-thru. Guys, reminder, you miss a pick, we'll get it to you in the recap. Let's continue on here on the show. Time to welcome in Jay Briggs. You'll find him over at Pick Dogs Premium. Doing fantastic work. Catch him on the NBA Jam session every day. A pick from every NBA game from Jay. That's one of the reasons why you want to subscribe. Let's bring him in right now. Jay, what's happening? Got you on mute there, Jay.
What's going on tonight, Tony?
It's going awesome. All right, here we go to the NBA tonight. The Sixers here hosting the Thunder. 76ers here laying 9.5. I've seen some 10s starting to pop up in a lot of places here. The total sits here 234.
Yes, sir, Tony. And if they're going to give me 10 with the Oklahoma City Thunder buddies, I call them the cover buddies, then I'll sure grab them. If y'all haven't been paying attention, man, you sure need to. The Thunder, I've been calling them the cover buddies all season, and for good reason. They're now the best cover team in the NBA at 25-16 against the spread, covering in 61% of their games this season. I know that Philadelphia has run over teams at home a lot this season. Philadelphia also one of the better cover teams in the NBA, and Philadelphia is the best home cover team in the NBA right now at 15-7-1. But if you're going to give me 10 points with the Thunder, I got to grab them. The Thunder have been playing really great basketball right now in their own right. They've covered in 4 of their last 5 games, and I think they can just keep this one within 10 points here tonight. We have seen these two teams play once this season in Oklahoma City. Philadelphia did get them pretty good. I think in this one, the Thunder repay the favor, and I think the Thunder can keep this one competitive tonight, Tony.
All right, we got Jay here on the Thunder plus 9.5. I'm seeing 10s, 10.5s now in some of the places in Vegas. So we're seeing movement in this game. Of course, we're up against it here as far as game time here. You can now confirm a clean injury report here for Philadelphia. So they're going to have the entire roster available on OKC's side. Just Ding, Bokzewski, Robinson Earl out. But the important guys are in: Alexander, Giddey, Dort, and the Williams. And boy, what if the numbers they put up offensively, covering 3 of their past 4.
Yes, sir. They've been playing some really great basketball, and it's not like they've just been playing the slouches of the league. You know, they just blew out the Celtics last week, 150-117, in one of these similar situations. And I don't know if they necessarily pull out a game like that out of their bag, but I think they can keep this one competitive. They beat the Mavericks outright, lost by 1 to the Miami Heat. These are all top echelon teams in the NBA. I think we see them show up here tonight in Philadelphia.
Yeah, OKC's covered 4 of 5, averaging 123 points per 100 possessions, so they're putting some offense up there. Thunder here plus 9.5, but if you do your shopping, you can even find 10.5 out there. At least 10. It shouldn't be too hard to find a 10. Matter of fact, I think the 9.5s are. There are still some, but one of the sharpest books in Vegas has. But it's we're seeing 9.5. Up until 10.5, and we saw 11 pop up, but the 11 was just bought back. So there we go. Boy, this is really moving. All right, this one, there's no injury news. It's game time. It's game time. Here we go. This one is start here at 7 Eastern time. All right, Jay, wants everybody know what you have going over at Pick.com. Good NBA card tonight. 6 games for a Thursday. I say it's good because you usually have a few on a Thursday night. Lots of college hoops. We got some on the ice as well. Doing great in college basketball. Near 500 units of profit. What do you have going on over at Pick.com Premium?
Yes, sir, tonight, Tony. I got 7 plays up there tonight. I got 4 in the NBA, including my $15 NBA Jam Session play. We hit last night with the Denver Nuggets on that play. We've hit 3 of 4. We're starting to get back on track in the NBA after a rough end to the year. But we in the middle of a great one in the NBA right now and in college basketball. But in the NBA, I got my $15 NBA Jam Session play and my money-making NBA 3-pack, man, for $40. You can hop on that. And I got a 3-pack in college basketball as well. I've really been seeing the college basketball streets well this week. And I got a 3-pack over there. And I got my college hoops best bet. I've hit 4 in a row on that college hoops best bet, 10-5 on that play this season. So I just want to continue stacking units in college hoops as well. So nothing but hoops for me tonight. We got a nice weekend coming aboard. So best thing to do is to hop on a long-term package, help save yourself some money, and help me make you some money. And, yeah, man, don't be afraid of those 2-for-1 capper specials as well. We got a lot of great cappers here on Pick Dogs, man. So pair me up with one of those guys, and let's continue stacking units.
Stack units indeed here with Jay Briggs over at Pick Dogs. Great results here in college hoops tonight. And at $15 premium play here. NBA Jam Session at $15. Credit guarantee. You must turn a profit. With the amount you purchase is credit back into your account for side credits. That is credit guarantee with that Jam Session. Also an NBA 3-pack. College hoops best bet, also college basketball 3-pack up there. Now, instead of buying all these plays individually, you may consider getting Jay's 7-day all sports pass. Get all of Jay's premium plays for 7 days. All his NBA, his college basketball. He'll post NHL as well. And of course, don't forget the NFL. We got the NFL here on a Saturday, Sunday, and then Monday. You know what it is? It's the Cowboys and the Buccaneers. They're just ready to roll with those Dallas there. So get on board here with Jay. A big action there from Jay. That 7-day pass. Use the promo code PICK@. Checkout. You'll save 15% off. Add a second capper with that 2-for-1 capper promotion. Even greater value there, right, Jay? It's always great having you show. We'll talk again tomorrow, but I know you got a lot going on over at Pick Dogs. That NFL show you just shot there with a Big Al and Mitch yesterday, as well as your jam session.
Yes, sir. I'm a busy man here at Pick Dogs, as you are too, Tony. But I shot my jam session for today's action tonight in the NBA, so I can check that out right after y'all finish the drive-through. Check out the NFL show with me, Big Al, and Mitch. We shot the other day, man. A lot of great information. Get you ready for Super Wild Card Weekend. I'm excited for it. Huge Monday night action. For me, y'all know what I feel about that one, but I can't wait for that game. And yeah, man, we got NBA tomorrow, so check out the jam session tonight or tomorrow morning, whichever one is up there. And let's continue making money, Tony.
Continue making money with Jay Briggs. Check him out over on the drive-through back again tomorrow. We catch him on the NFL show they just shot over, and of course the NBA Jam Session. Make sure you subscribe and get those videos when they drop to get the best numbers. All right, Jay, as always, great having you show. Have yourself a great evening. We'll talk to you again tomorrow.
See y'all tomorrow evening.
You got it. Jay Briggs here on the drive-through. Guys, if you miss any pick, we will recap at the end of the show. Make sure you stay tuned for that. All right, let's continue on here on the show. Time to welcome in Wayne Scotty was the winner of the Pick Dogs contest here, doing great work over at Pick Dogs. If you caught the contest over on Instagram, so he's making it. We'll have him here on the show again. He's here Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Thursdays, maybe more. We'll see how his schedule works out. Let's see if we can bring in Wayne right now. Wayne, what's happening?
What's going on, Tony T and the Pick Dog family?
It's going great, Wayne. Here we go tonight. We go college hoops, ESPN Plus, top of the hour. UNC Asheville here hosting Longwood. Longwood the favorite here, 3.5 total, 142.5.
Yes, sir. We're going to go to the Big South Conference today, where we got two of the top teams in that conference taking each other on. Both of these teams are coming off a win in their last time out. NC Asheville, they're 3-1 off of 4 days rest. Both of these teams are coming off of 5 days rest, and that benefits Asheville, as Longwood is only 3-2 off of 4 days rest. Another thing that I like here is NC Asheville is 6-0 money line at home this year. They're 3-1 ATS. This Longwood team is playing good this year, but a lot of that is at home, and tonight they're not at home. They're 4-5 ATS when they're away. When we talk strength of schedule, that goes on the nod for NC Asheville, as they're 221 in the nation, and Longwood is 254. When we talking points, they're both averaging around the same amount, but when NC Asheville's at home, they're averaging 70, and Longwood's averaging 68 when they're away. I give the nod to Longwood when it comes to turnovers. They're 41th in the nation in causing teams turnovers, so I did have to look at that. But once again, a lot of that's coming when they're at home. Tonight, they are not at home. They're on the road. And that number shoots down significantly to where it matches up right with Asheville. Another thing that I noticed is Asheville shooting the three outstanding. They're 28th in the nation and 16th in the nation when they're at home. Give me the home dog in Asheville plus 3.5 tonight. You're going to cover. I like them tonight. Let's go.
Let's go. I got UNC Asheville plus the 3.5 here against Longwood. When you look here at Asheville, a lot of good defense. I'm looking at conference numbers. 4 conference games in, holding teams to 44% shooting inside. They're making almost 38% from 3. So the defense has been solid here for Asheville in conference.
Tony, you breaking up a little bit on my end. We got a little storm right here. I'm in North Carolina. We got a little hailstorm going on. So
all right. I would just say, choppy. I was just telling you here how well the Asheville's been playing defensively at home defensively in conference in the Big South, as they're holding teams to 44% shooting inside, and they're making about 38% from 3. Looking just at the conference numbers. All right, we might have had some issues there. I guess there is some issues there. But anyway, we got Wayne here on UNC Asheville plus 3.5 here against Longwood. This one will have a start time here of 7 p.m. Eastern time. All right, Wayne, let's take a look over at Pick Dog for tonight's action. Of course, we do have a good start to the NHL here as he starts posting his plays. Wayne posting his plays over at Pick Dogs. Well, we got NHL on the board. We have NBA as well, college hoops. I think we might have got him a little frozen screen. There we go. What do you have going over at Pick Dogs Premium?
Over there on Pick Dog Premium today, I got my NBA and one top 10 play. I absolutely love that play today, man. I know it's going to cash. And I got my Takeoff Tuesdays where I got my 3 best college basketball bets today. I went 2-0 yesterday. Ready to keep kicking that butt in college basketball.
That's right, guys. I get on board here with Wayne Scott over at Pick Dogs Premium. He's covered both his picks here by the hook, says James Thrower here. So he's off to a 2-0 start here on the drive-thru. So get on board here with Wayne. And, of course, his plays up there right now. And he does have Wayne's Takeoff for Thursday up there, a 3-pack here from Wayne coming off a nice college basketball day yesterday. 3-pack, 3 top plays from college hoops. Also here with an NBA top-tier pack. But, again, the long-term pass, that's his $15 premium play right now on the board. The long-term pass, 3, 7, or 30-hour sports pass. Get all of Wayne's premium plays in that period of time. When you go to his Handicapper page and make that purchase, use the promo code PICK at checkout. You'll save 15% off. Of course, you can add a second capper with that 2-for-1 capper promotion. Even greater value there. All right, Wayne, as always, great having you show. Keep up the great work, and we'll talk with you again next week.
All right, Pick Dog family. All right, Tony.
All right, you got it. Wayne Scott here on the drive, too. Let's continue. I got to play for you, but we're going to go to the recap first, and then we'll get back to my play here because my play starts a lot later tonight as I'm looking at some West Coast basketball. So let's get to the recap. You'll see my play in the recap, and then I'll go over it here after the recap. So let's get to the recap here. I think we're ready to roll here with the recap. So tonight we had Alex on Terry Rozier over 2.5 3-pointers. Damian was on the Celtics, Nets under 226. Now McMordie here, Mavericks leading the 3 against the Lakers. Shane was on Oregon State plus the 15.5 against Arizona. Tony Brown was on Kraken plus 1.5 here, 1.5 goals, minus 120 against the Bruins. Millz, LaMelo Ball over 8.5 assists. Jay here was on the Thunder plus 9.5 against the Sixers. Wayne was on UNC Asheville plus 3.5 against Longwood. I'll be on BYU plus the 6.5 here against Gonzaga. And the play I like the most, well, I like those 15.5 here with Oregon State. Huge discrepancy in three-point shooting between Arizona and Oregon State. All right, let's get to my play here, guys. You know I like BYU in their game here against Gonzaga here. Of course, Gonzaga's not been the greatest cover team in conference here. We got to L. Let's go back to my screen here. We're okay. Here we go. BYU plus the 6.5 here against Gonzaga for this game here that begins here about 9:30 Eastern time. We're going to look in here at Gonzaga. They failed to cover both their conference games on the road this season. They're giving up over 48% shooting in conference. The Cougars against WCC opponents, holding teams with just 35% shooting. BYU playing that good defense. And, of course, Gonzaga not playing the greatest defense right now. So we'll go ahead and take those points, 6.5 here with BYU. All right, guys, check out Pick Dog Stream. We got a 3-pack up there right now on the board here from College Hoops. Also, my $15 premium play is from the NBA, so get on board right now. Also, part of the 2-for-1 cap promotion. You can get my 3, 7, or $30 sports pass. Get all my premium plays for that period of time you select when you go to my Handicapper page and make that purchase. Use the promo code PICK at checkout, and you'll save 15% off. You can also add a second capper with that 2-for-1 capper promotion. Even greater value there. All right, let me go ahead and put up that. We know we just did the recap. So that's we'll wrap up another show here on the drive-thru. I'd like to thank everyone for joining me. Of course, we'll be back again here tomorrow live here at 6 p.m. Eastern. We'll do it all over again. We'll bring our cappers in from Pick Dogs and Sports Chat Plays. Still go about live plays for the games beginning at 7 p.m. Eastern time on Friday. And don't forget the morning show every single day, 10 a.m. Eastern time. We got Mitch, we got Rod, we got Chris Ruffalo, the Puck Dogs video series, NHL video series with picks from Rod and Chris. We got the video series from Jay with his NBA Jam session. Every NBA game on the board with a pick, with analysis from Jay. Ron Romanelli with college basketball. A good volume of games from him every night, as well as Jovan's parlay video of the day. Of course, don't forget to check out the NFL pick video, NFL wildcard round picks with Mitch, Jay, and Big Al McMordie. They just shot that on Wednesday, so check it out over in the archives. And don't forget Millz with the video series coming up from UFC. Saturday they have their UFC show with Brad. And of course on TikTok you'll catch Millz as well with betting tools and more. So check it out over at the Pick Dogs YouTube channel. Make sure you like, subscribe, set those notifications for live shows. You are there. And then you can check it out. All right, guys. We appreciate everyone's contributions today on the drive-thru. That's going to do it for tonight's show. Let's go ahead and bring in our crew here from tonight. We're going to go ahead and wave goodbye to you guys. You guys have a great